unbeatable. We'll train until we meet our goal. The stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable. We'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.
Welcome to the... Just kidding, guys. False alarm. We have merch. If you didn't know that, along with us having a Discord and a Patreon, if you go to the description, you could buy stuff. Anyway, I'm going to let them take it from here. Go ahead.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you so much for joining us in today's episode of Unbeatable. It is so nice to see you all. Yay!
Whoa! How's it going? That was really good.
Getting into today's episode, I will quickly remind all of the players, because it has been a little bit of time since the last time we recorded. You are all beginning at the top of a muddy hill, still sort of within sight of Saffron City. It is still the first day after you've left Saffron for Celadon City. I apologize.
Ooh, nice.
Celadon.
You are all like at the top of the muddy hill that you climbed last session, but like still kind of within eyesight of Saffron City. Though the massive storms going out on Route 7 mean that you have a hard time actually seeing the city every once in a while. To clarify, DJ, you are still incredibly injured, even if mechanically your wounds may have been taken care of with the potions that you were handed. There is a level of exhaustion to your body that you will not get over today. Yeah. I believe, Coryne, you were assisting DJ in feeling a little bit better and sticking with DJ and trying to make sure that all of their wounds were taken care of. Seth, you have recently come back from dealing with this sort of like electric type sort of energy infused Abra that is what initially ran into this like combat-esque encounter that you guys had. You and Andy, the Nurse Joy of Grandpa Canyon, have just come back from that. We are about halfway through the day, and you guys have made some good progress, but it is incredibly hard to travel this route, and I would caution the audience to know that we're going to be locking in for some very difficult things coming up over the coming days. So, as we begin today, what is your guys' plan? What are you guys doing at the moment?
I mean, what does Coryne is like in medic mode purely, okay? Anybody that has any kind of injuries, like little finger splints getting done, wrapped up, putting a little ointment on any mosquito bites, although the rain is so crazy, there better not be no mosquitoes in this freaking air.
What's that, Ultra Beast?
The Buzzswole, the Buzz mosquito that's 8 foot tall.
Is that only a counter table?
Screamed.
Oh, now it is.
Would scream. Matt.
I'm not gonna roll it.
That's true. He's not.
All right. Is it still raining? Like, what's it like right now? The weather.
Right now.
A Buzzswole comes down from the sky.
With that 15 Buzzswole.
No! Stop!
And we only got one can of bug spray.
The rain has abated slightly to the point where it's at the lowest level that you think it's probably going to hit while you're on this route. That being like raindrops the size of bullets that are still slowly hitting you, and you can feel every physical impact from the rain. And this is the lowest amount of rain you're going to be getting while you travel.
Ugh.
If it's not going up sideways from every goddamn fucking direction, then it's pretty decent.
At the top of this hill that we're at, what is the tree situation looking like if we were to
this is on the physical route, this hill, so the trees have been cleared, and up until, when the Legends got released not too long ago, it was pretty well maintained. Which, while it's not paved, there is like sort of a natural paving that comes from people stomping over roots and moving rocks to the side of the route.
Sure.
I would say that there's not a ton of trees at the top of the hill. You guys are sort of like grabbing onto the edges, where I believe Andy set up a tarp for you all to just like gather your thoughts and rest for a little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's about what time of day?
It's about the middle of the day, maybe somewhere around noon.
Okay. Dang. I feel like with how that rain and mud affected us, my brain is already like, well, that was enough anything for the day. Let's just go to sleep. But that's not how that works.
That was enough day.
While we're here then, or at least if all the trees and stuff aren't really like here, I'll try and take this opportunity to scan for Bill's weather thing.
Yes. Okay. Because you are now in the weather, please roll me a D100 and we will see how many charges you add to the scientific calculation.
Ooh.
Because it was guaranteed last time because you were in pretty clear weather.
That is 31.
31. And you're adding at the top of Route 7. Science count. Okay, so Seth is on Route 7 and you're adding 31. The total count. To clarify, you all need to reach 1,000 with your scans. Only scan.
Guys,
once
don't let
per
me do that
location.
again. You guys.
No. This was good. This was fine.
I was gonna say, that was
31.
pretty decent progress.
This is fine. This is a third of what you totally could have made, but it's fine. The average you do is 50. You're just below average.
So what are we at right now? Does it give us a readout?
So, no, because this is me personally calculating it. Because you had guaranteed, and all 4 of you did your scans, you already have 400
Okay, so we're at
Okay.
431 out of 1,000.
out of 1,000. Yeah, but now that you're in the weather area, it's not guaranteed that you get your full 100.
So each one of us that scans adds a number.
Yes, and you can only do it once per device at each location. So all 3 of you, because Gavin's not with you, all 3 of you could scan right now if you wanted to.
Can I give my
Or-
device to someone else to scan for me?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay. If Coryne were to leave and go do that, you can take DJ's too.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I will take the devices, and I will see that Seth is out there, and I'll be like, "Hey, can I borrow yours for a second? I'm gonna go do the scanny.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm good.
Okay, you're good.
I'm good.
Okay, and Coryne does that thing where she like squints and slowly backs up and walks away and turns, and then the shoulders go first and then the head goes. It's just like assessing DJ's physical.
So she makes a very dramatic crying noise and then looks at you and goes, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh my god, Coryne definitely would be like, and then rolls her eyes and then goes and jogs over to Seth.
All right, can each of you please roll me a D100?
Ooh,
Even
yeah.
though it's being done by Coryne. DJ,
Yay!
for your device.
I was going to ask if I could.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Aw. I got
64.
70.
Ooh.
64 is really good. And then you got what, 70?
70.
Okay, and that means together you guys are 164 for the day, or 165 for the day, which means it's better than average. Matt, see?
Woo!
You're doing great.
I didn't. Those two did that. That was 31.
Averages out. We covered
Yeah,
each
dog,
other
I don't
as
do
part
math.
of a team.
Part of the whole.
Okay, so part 1 of Route 7, you guys have rolled your rolls for the location.
Cool.
I will let you know when you enter the next zone. You have not entered the next zone yet.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so you have recovered. You've caught your breath. You've done your scans. It's it's halfway through the day. What are we doing? There's only real one direction for you guys to go.
Is everybody ready to go on?
I might need a minute just to talk to Aleppo.
Yeah. Valid.
Word.
But I'll be fine to keep going. I just want to talk to him real quick.
Okay.
While they're overdoing their scans, I'll pop him out. Hey, bud. Oh no. Oh no.
And there's emphasis on the sore part of I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no. Here, hold on. And I'm gonna fish out his favorite berry. It's gonna be a person berry. And I hand that to him. I know. Oh, alright. You don't even wanna
It's
okay.
just like a fucking turtle, just like
Yeah.
jumping off,
Usually he'll hold it with his vines. Right now he's just like hungry hippoing it.
Yeah, 100%. Feed me, Seymour.
And while he's eating, I'll just let him do that. Be chill.
Mhm.
Give him little scritches. I am so sorry.
There's nothing else. That's something.
I don't know what else to say. Like
I will say,
I'll
Torie,
keep-
for the overwhelming amount of loyalty you showed your Pokemon last session, I will grant you 2 friendship with Aleppo if he's not already full.
Yes.
I think that maxes him, actually.
Hell yeah. So in this moment that you're like saying you're sorry, just one vine will just slowly snake off the bulb and just sort of like pat you on the shoulder, very like caring, like being like, hey, sympathetic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. Of like you did not cause this situation, we were all trying to get out of there sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Because your Pokemon wanted to make sure you were safe too. That was literally the whole point. Yeah.
Do you want to stay in your?
Kinda camera.
Do you want to stay in your ball for the rest of the day today? Do you want to walk with me? I want to do whatever you're comfortable with, but I'm not gonna lie.
Dinosaur.
Yeah, I'll put you back in your ball.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure you're okay, physically, mentally. Is there anything I can do for you? You're good?
Dinosaur.
Okay. You just let me know, alright? Give me a little shake
Dinosaur.
if you need me. I'm proud of you. You did so great. You're very brave.
Dinosaur.
Tabasco's gonna be so proud.
And the little vines come up behind them.
Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, give me some vine and then I'll put you away. Good job, bud.
Vine Whip hurts a little bit. Just
Yeah.
a little bit. just ow.
Coryne goes, I
okay.
just put a band. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll give him another little smooch on the forehead, and then I'll put him back in his ball. And then I'll just start getting my stuff together and join them over wherever they're doing the scan.
Okay. Hell yeah. You guys finish up your scan, and as you guys are finishing up, Andy's gonna walk over and take like a curious look at the like tech that you're using. Because I'll remind you, even though it looks pretty well manufactured, the devices that you guys have are like cobbled together, made out of Bill's just random shit in his house. And they all just a little different. Like you could identify them just at a glance, like whose is whose, knowing who they got handed to. And she looks at it and goes, "Well, what's this?"
The green button means scan for the weather, and the red button means stop the scan, which, I mean, if I'm like in danger and need to pause it. And then the yellow button plays a fun little ringtone.
Oh, well, what ringtone?
I think it changes.
Okay,
let me
hit the button. Let me see.
So, yeah, you know, that's what that is.
Okay, so wait, is it like some sort of like weather radar technology? Like you're like seeing what's coming up so that like we can more easily avoid it?
We're gonna try, yeah. We obviously, as you can see, it's a little bit like not super high tech, but you know, we're gonna try anyway. Did you, and she'll turn to Seth and back to Andy, did you guys see anything over at the Myrtle blasted something?
It was an Abra.
Just a little guy.
He's resting peacefully by a tree with a bunch of berries.
Thank God.
But it's, you know, she did a number on it. Let's just say that.
Well, when in
And then
danger.
the tree trunks that it hit on the way after that number also did more
Wait.
numbers.
It was an Abra?
Yeah. It looked like it was probably influenced just by the ambient type energy in the air. It was definitely sparking when we initially got to it.
Whoa.
And I
Yeah.
kind of like look at Seth. Just a quick glance.
Palpatine.
He goes, "Look at my eyes." I'm looking at his tattooed eyes.
Come do the
DJ's like, look at my tattoos. I'm like, look at my tattoos.
I love how much of this is a visual podcast. Like they won't get these jokes unless they can fucking see us. Go watch this.
That's
Sorry, gang. Imagine you watched this visually later.
Imagine
As
you
well.
saw
Imagine.
our hands.
So DJ will just kind of like glance at Seth, glance back at Andy. All right. That's concerning.
It is. I mean, definitely is. I wouldn't go so far as to say like that Abra was like electric typed, but it definitely had a I want to say like an affinity with the electric type, and I think that might be something that's happening to the Pokemon on this route. There haven't been a lot of people who have been able to take the time to look at the Pokemon on this route, so this is not something I was aware of when we were going into it, but it's not necessarily an unheard of phenomena. It's rare as hell, but it happens. I would definitely say move with caution, because I don't know what we're going to run into that might be slightly scarier and charge the fuck up on all of the ambient energy in the air.
I mean, yeah. My plan... No, this is not offense to you, but my plan was not just to go flaunting around and the rest of the time being like, oh, that's the only danger we're going to see. That tiny little Abra fucked up my buddy.
No, yeah, I was more saying that, like, whatever category of danger you thought we were going into, just upgrade it by 1.
How do you feel about that?
She kind of like gives you like half a look, like, well, why? That was kind of an aggressive way to say that, but she goes, I mean,
my bad.
It's obviously a little scary, but like, you know, we got to get there. We got to get there.
Yeah,
it's only been half a day, but it already feels like it's too far to go back, so we just got to keep going.
I totally get you. I didn't mean to come off aggressive, by the way. You are the only nurse that came with us. And so with like an upgrade of danger, I'm just wondering, like, are you regretting that decision? Are you good? Did you want to go back? Like that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
No, you guys got good head on your shoulder, especially, and she's gonna look over to Seth and go, I mean, we managed to get out of that totally unscathed. I mean, you know, you had the light paralysis, but you couldn't have controlled that. I think you all have some really good heads on your shoulders, and I think that this is probably gonna work if we can get through stuff like that as well as we did today. And then there's a slight grimace as she looks over at the still fucking scraped, muddy, and bedraggled DJ, who's just like, once again, DJ, I don't feel like we really addressed it this episode. Even with like a little bit of wiping off and the heavy rain, you are caked in mud. There is an amount of mud that you will not get off of you until after the trip.
Maybe Myrtle can pressure wash me afterwards.
I wouldn't suggest it.
You're just a standing skeleton.
I really wouldn't.
It's really good, guys.
But if we're going to make any more progress for the day, and I know that I'm not super in charge of our pace or how we're going, but if we are going to make progress, we should probably go.
No, you're totally right.
Yeah, how are we feeling?
Yeah. Is it possible, Professor, for me to have Newton out as like a little psychic, like
seeing if he can forewarn you guys of incoming stuff?
Yeah. Would that be possible?
He still has the ability to forewarn, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely, you can have him out. Absolutely.
Okay.
100% you can.
And I am going to do a very similar thing and tuck him in my jacket and put a little cover over his head.
Okay. I will remind you, I think he's like 4 foot tall. I'm gonna go double check that.
It's like one of those baby carriers, but it's like a toddler.
A baby Bjorn.
He is 5'3". Do you think you could walk around carrying cape on your back all day? While hiking up and down all-terrain weather?
No, that's very fair. All right, I'll let him down.
Hypno is 5'3". Hypno is the height of most of our friends.
Damn.
I mean, I'm taller than DJ.
I almost just stood up.
DJ.
That's crazy. I'm 5'5", so
it's
that's
because
wild.
we talk about it's because we talk about like Hypno as like this like more feline-esque character. You think like, oh, small, cute, but
I've
like
seen
that thing is
fat cats.
5 foot tall. Yeah, it's a fat fucking cat.
He's chubby.
He's big boned.
I mean,
He's athletic.
It's more, his literal big bones, his actual 5'3" tall skeleton.
Sweet. All right, I think we're ready.
We
Everybody
can absolutely
ready?
have him out.
Thank you.
Speaking of, can I get Pokemon checks on the other 2 just to double check who you've got out?
I believe I still have Richter out for me.
Richter? Okay.
Only person that would be out for me is Rakoto in my bag.
Okay.
But
Where's in the bag?
he's either in or out. Like he's tucked away.
I forget. Can you, Torie, tell me the list of Pokemon outfits you've used publicly at this point?
Yes. So I've used a Stuffle, which is what he came in.
Yep.
Eevee, Wartortle, Umbreon, and Wobbuffet.
He would, at this point, while you're all resting, request to be moved to the war turtle outfit to match the sort of water type energy of what's going on right now.
Oh, for sure. He has
You would
access to them.
Okay. So every once in a while, you're going to see the little fluffy war turtle ears pop out of your bag.
For reference, this is now his bag. This is not my bag. This is his bag.
He's moved in. It's his apartment.
He's moved in. This is his studio apartment. So I've put a little beanbag chair in there for. No, I'm just kidding. I basically have all of his outfits accessible. So whatever he wants to wear, he can wear. And I think like if we settle down for the night, DJ's working on another costume for him. But he doesn't have that yet. He just has the 5.
Okay. I
all
think
of her other
he's made this
like
his home kind of the way that like Fender has made Seth's lockbox his cafeteria sort of thing. Like, you know,
yes, precisely.
Tried to.
Precisely.
Tried to. Okay. As you guys begin traveling, can I get one of you, and you can elect whoever you'd like to do it, to please roll me a geography or tracking check, please.
Do I add trainer to that too or no?
Yes, you. This is a check, so you add your rank.
Got it. That is going to be a 12.
12 is pretty fucking good. Okay.
No, I'm sorry, 13.
13's better. Okay. Kenna, can you roll me a d6, please?
3.
Okay. 3. Okay. So
No.
As
Why'd you do that?
you guys move over the course of the next like hour or so of travel, Seth, you're gonna once again be in the lead because you did get out of that last encounter unscathed, and you have the Pokemon most sort of well suited for traveling along this incredibly muddy road. You guys are doing the things where you're having to really stick to the side of the road because it's closer to where all the root systems are at, and that makes it just a little bit more stable than the slick river that is the center of the road. You guys are walking alongside what is essentially a temporary river as you guys are heading down the road. You are traveling. At this point, the weather is going to shift just a little bit. Instead of being this more like very heavy but slow rain, over the course of that time, you're gonna feel a lot of the rain sort of let up in places in terms of its weight, but it's gonna heavily increase in its speed, and it feels more like little teeny bits of glass just across your skin, to the point where you have to like pull up hoods and like tie jackets and get to the point where you have as little exposed skin as possible. And you do, I mean, it's already present, but the smell of ozone in the air gets incredibly thick. With a 13, Seth, as you begin to travel, you actually, Seth, I apologize. I'm gonna retroactively add the 2 points in electric type specialism that you have. Okay, for a total of 15. With a 15, you just get a little bit of a tingle and the instinct, we should get off the road right now.
Guys, we should get off the road right now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We gotta go.
Oh my god.
We gotta go.
In all seriousness, it is the moment Seth stops in front of you, turns, and goes, guys, we gotta get off the road right now.
Okay.
DJ's gone.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you guys break into a full fucking sprint. Everybody please make me their best athletics roll, please.
Oh. Well, don't mind if I roll this d20.
Let me roll this d6 for Aaron. No, wait, so Andy's not a d6. Let me pull that back up. I totally said that wrong.
Just confirming. Did we update it to where athletics does include fortitude? I have it on this sheet here.
I believe we did, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Not that that makes a difference.
Fuck, dude. Okay.
I got 20.
Oh, Torie also rolled kind of dog shit. Okay. 20.
6.
6.
I rolled a 1 on my D8.
15 from Seth, and then Andy. So it's DJ, you're taking punishment today.
No.
You're taking punishment today. As the 4 of you run, your Pokemon are not in danger because Pokemon just innately move faster than people. That's just truth. So the Pokemon are all auto-succeeding the roll, or they're being carried, in which case they auto-succeed the roll. However, DJ is the only person slow enough that when you all hear that of we need to get off the road, there is a moment where about 4 seconds after Seth says that, you guys have maybe taken a couple steps away, even sprinting at full speed. You all smell this deep iron copper smell in the bottom of your lungs, and all of your hair stands up on every limb that you have. Everything goes straight out in every direction. You feel an intense heat behind you, and before you can absorb the just magma feeling heat behind you, the shockwave of sound that hits you is so fucking intense that, first of all of you are going to take 2 minor wounds off rip just from being in the proximity of this. But the one of you who failed the roll, DJ, as the tree that gets struck by lightning directly behind you explodes, you are going to take bits of wood shrapnel to the back and take a major wound on top of the 2 from the shockwave.
If you guys were wondering why I say Aaron hates me.
I didn't roll your dice, dude. I'm so sorry. It wasn't you.
Does that...
but there is... Yes?
Does that explosion fling DJ over to the other side of the road where we are?
It flings all of you. So at this point, you do not have physical control of your body. There is no amount of fortitude or strength that will stop you from getting moved. Because it's one of those things where there's only so much a human body can do, right? But as lightning strikes the tree, and it just shatters into a million pieces. And there's that moment where you all have spots in your vision. You cannot see large sections of your field of view because it is just blacked out from energy and the sonic explosion, and you feel like your ears ringing and there's an echo in your brain. DJ, I'm going to be real. You don't initially feel all of the shrapnel in your back for the first couple seconds because all of you get hit with the shockwave and the adrenaline hits you and your body doesn't register the pain immediately. And then it's the half second after where that roar in your hearing turns into a very high pitched tone. And DJ, that's the moment that your back just feels wet.
Yeah, she'll... Oh! Alright.
Who's up still?
Let me see.
Okay.
And Corinne's like army crawling over to DJ.
She's on her forearms and her knees God, why? Jesus.
Twice today. I'm so
I tried
sorry.
to call it.
Yeah. No, thank you so much, Seth. You hear Andy already saying thank you for the warning. And you see Andy with Coryne down is already going into triage mode. DJ, it's not as bad as it could be. It's that thing where with the warning from Seth, with the 15... DJ, you avoided 3 major wounds versus 1 major wound from Seth's warning.
That's horrifying.
That would have fainted one of you on the spot. With that, DJ, you have little splinters of wood all across your back, but it's that thing where they can get pulled out pretty quickly and cleaned pretty quickly. But you also know that you don't have a lot of time in that. Seth, your tingle has not gone away. And after another couple seconds, maybe 100 yards to the left,
Jesus
another tree
Christ.
Seth, with your 15, I believe it was tracking, you said? With your 15 tracking, you would know that there is no cover near you. You just need to keep moving.
Got it. Okay.
Do we still have the grounder?
That
I don't think that's going to work for this amount
will
of
not
lightning.
work for the sheer heat and amperage, especially because these are explosions happening. The electricity hitting you is not the dangerous part of the lightning right now. Even though that will melt your skin and bone, it's not actually looking like it's going to hit you directly.
Okay.
It's the exploding trees from lightning all around you.
If only this were the Thunder Plains and we had lightning rods. I'm going to suggest that next time. Anyway. Okay. DJ, can you walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ, you can walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you couldn't, Kurno's gonna carry you.
I'm all right.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume we
Just
just
a little
gotta go.
stiff.
Yep, we got to keep it pushing.
Maybe
Let's go.
60 yards to the left explodes. You guys hear it as you begin to walk down the road. And it becomes this almost like orchestra of percussion that you hear the
Jeez.
hitting the ground. Once again, I am going to push this roll on Seth because he's because of actions that have been taken previously in the campaign. Seth, please roll me just a electric type specialization roll, please.
What die is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, please. Oh, this is actually going to be awareness. So go ahead and roll an awareness roll, adding your electric type.
Worse.
Thank you for asking for the die. I immediately forgot that was all dice.
Am I adding a badge to that, or
That is
just
also
this?
your badges.
Okay.
Yes, it is a skill roll.
Cool. That is 12.
12. With a 12, as you hear the and you guys are like not running, but you're moving this whole time. You can't really
pace.
sprint in this area.
Mhm.
There's no such thing as sprinting through the mud and through the wood pieces and the broken trees. And as you move, you can see there are like evidence of other Pokemon around, right? Like every once in a while, as you're moving, you'll see like evidence of like a Spearow like going into a small den trying to find shelter. You'll see evidence of some sort of like Vulpix or Rattata going across and digging down into the ground to be into a tunnel. Pokemon are running away as well. At one point you see a Heracross that has been downed and then picks up a tree, wrenches it, looks over at you guys and decides you're not worth the trouble and walks further into the forest. And you hear the but from that type specialist roll, Seth, as another pillar of lightning, while it feels like they're exploding upward from the trees, comes down from the sky, you look up and you realize the reason that you're getting hit with lightning right now. You look up and for half a second, silhouetted against the lightning, silhouetted against the clouds, you can see a 30 to 40 foot wingspan of a massive feathered titan flying overhead.
Here?
Here. It's been over the route the whole time. It just happens to be flying over exactly where you're at this exact moment.
Okay. It's okay.
You don't know that there's anything you can do about it. You don't know that there's anything that this affects you in any way. But you know that the reason the lightning is so concentrated right now is because the roll that just happened was one of the Winged Mirages flying over the top of you guys.
Holy shit.
Dope. Very cool. Dope. So
Does
we let it
Seth
out.
start drifting up in the sky?
Like Jesus Christ himself.
It's the thunder
His
out.
eyes
Father.
roll back in his head. He starts to glow yellow with electricity.
Papa.
Papa!
That's crazy.
But I feel like, Seth, you had an important realization just now.
Yeah. Maybe my face made it seem like it was more important than that. So somebody let it out.
This confirms the sort of like, because you hadn't been able to really grasp it with your dream, this confirms to you that it was captured and then allowed back into the world to continue what it was doing before. So it's probably still under the control of whatever person has caught it, but now it's doing it under the orders of someone versus doing it on its own.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can do in regards to that at the moment. So I think he'll take that in to consideration. But what I'm thinking is happening right now that could be used to our benefit. I still have Richter out because he's at least good for cutting down trees and carving us a path. I'm going to let out Fender as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab him by his floaty little head and say, I need you to scout ahead and see what is a good way for us to go. You should be faster here. I turn him. Then I just kind of like push him and he'll just kind of glide like a magnet.
As you grab him, important thing to note, you're not going to take like any damage or anything, but important thing to note.
I'm ready to.
Fender is going to have his ability temporarily replaced.
Oh, that was the whole point.
Yeah, unfortunately, while in the sorry, not replaced. I apologize. Wrong word. Added to. Fender gains a secondary ability.
Better.
It's going to be called Lightning's Channel. All of Fender's electric type moves are going to deal an additional wound.
Ew.
And
That's
you feel
cool.
like that might be because it's in the presence of an active Zapdos, as opposed to the dormant Zapdos that you ran into last time.
Interesting. Okay. If you need to fight, your god gave you an extra gun.
Your god gave you an extra gun.
God gave you an extra gun. Is a crazy fucking thing to say.
But his speed is
okay.
doubled. So it's
Okay.
normally 11 squares or 55 feet. So it's doubled
Okay.
to 110.
Okay. So what are you trying to get him to do? I apologize. Please recount this for me.
Scout ahead and
Scout
find us
ahead.
the right, because he could go much faster than we can, like
Mhm.
surfing
Roll a
through
special
trees.
attack die roll for me, please, adding his rank.
Does he get a surfboard built into being a Lowland Raichu?
His tail
It's
is
his
a
tail.
surfboard.
His tail,
His tail.
okay.
He rides his
Yeah,
tail.
Yeah, his tail is a
That's
a
very
star-shaped
cool. That's
surfboard.
very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Surfboard.
That is surfboard. Is
Look at that. Oh, he's so cute.
He's very cute. Alolan Raichu is very rare.
that is
So
That's
cute.
Pokemon.
Daltine.
13. Okay. With a 13, it is probably another 10 minutes of lightning striking. I'm going to roll a die. And depending on that die is whether or not you guys are going to have to try and avoid another pillar of lightning. Okay?
Mhm.
Thank God. Okay. So, as thank God you guys get hit by 5 of them.
What the
no,
fuck?
as you send him to scout ahead, it is probably 10 minutes of limping along. And during that time, in the distance, you'll hear Raichu from the distance, just echoing towards you.
Okay. I didn't really think how to communicate that with them. What does that mean? I think.
Raichu! And then you see him like appear over the tree line and just like start waving you like he's found a thing that you should be heading toward.
Oh,
Ooh,
sick.
It's slightly
Keep that
off
up.
route. Okay.
We'll go that way.
Cool. As you start to head that way, the terrain does become more difficult and it's pulling you off route. But do you still want to continue that way?
Off route of the direction we're trying to go.
Off of the road, the physical route.
Oh, well, I mean, we weren't really walking on the road to begin with, so
Okay.
I think we'll be
Okay.
fine.
As you head that way, you can see that your Raichu has taken you and is holding you above an area that looks like a couple of trees have fallen that have sort of collapsed onto each other, and underneath it maybe there's like a rock structure of some kind. There's something solid and covered in like lichen and plants that have just like grown over it. But as you are like looking, you can see that one of the nice things about your Raichu is in this area, while his ability is active, his Surge Surfer ability, he glows with a little bit of yellow light.
Mhm.
And you're able to follow that towards a section of the structure that is like a triangle of just like darkness, and you realize that it's some sort of like cave entrance or something.
Okay. Cave. And we go to the cave.
Okay, Coryne, DJ. DJ, you can walk, but Coryne is definitely helping you. You are feeling a bit woozy in the brain. They've slapped some bandages on where they can. You are still losing a little bit of blood.
Cool.
Andy is doing her absolute best to carry you from the other side, but Andy's strength is not Corinne's strength. And they're also two very different heights. So it's one of those things where you're sort of very lopsided.
And I'm 5'3".
sometimes your feet your feet just leave the ground sometimes. But the three of you get pulled around, and you can see that Seth and Fender have managed to find this like very small triangular entrance. I believe, Seth, you stated that you wanted Richter to be able to help you guys clear away
Mhm.
like debris and stuff. Did you want Richter to make this hole slightly wider so there's no check trying to get in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Very easily with his little blades, he's gonna very Wolverine style and cut through a section to make a larger square hole. The first thing you note is when you hear the dunk of the rubble hitting the ground, it's a much more like dull metallic thump than like stone. And you realize he's cut away part of an external door. This is a building that these
Oh.
things collapsed onto.
Oh. Weird. Don't eat
Corinne. Does Corinne see that?
Yes, you would all note this, except for maybe DJ, who's a little bit more preoccupied with the
A little
holes in her
comatose.
back.
Can Corinne look for any kind of signage around the door or anything like that?
Yes, Corinne, if you will definitely have to let go of DJ and allow Andy to continue to take DJ inside if you want to look around for it, because otherwise it's a very sort of obscure, like you have to do physical searching. There's not just like eyeline searching.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'll go ahead and
DJ, you do feel Coryne sort of let you get handed over to Andy in this moment.
Okay.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna.
Okay.
What building
Okay.
is this?
I will get to you in a second then, Coryne.
Okay.
Seth, are you going to be first one in the building, or are you going to push them in first?
I can go in first behind Richter and or Fender because he's gonna light the space, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Richter and Fender head in, and you fall in immediately behind them, and you find yourself. First of all, this room is like very choked with dust. It's that thing where there was a little hole that was there, but now the other holes there, the wind is starting to push in just a little bit more, and it's picking up a lot of dust that was in here, and it's very dark. But one of the things that you'll note is when Fender comes in and the light hits, the spots that are like, because dust doesn't fall evenly in a space. There are air currents and things that affect it. So there are sections where there's less dust, and the less dusty bits immediately like glow bright and reflective underneath Fender's light. You start to see like tile, like wall tile and floor tile, white square, like almost checkered wall and floor tile. This building is not huge. It's maybe 15 to 20 feet long and maybe 15 wide. You can see that there in this room, there's like maybe like a bike rack and a bench, and then like an area of like moldering, and you can sort of like smell like a musty sort of rot from it, of what used to be like a pile of paper that is in the room, that was on like some sort of like lectern or something area, maybe like a stand of some kind that was supposed to hold it. And the signs and like things on the wall are too crusted with shit to be able to see what they said, and a lot of the paper that was behind sort of plastic shieldings has just rotted away with time. The only other thing that you would know, and I'm still rocking off of some of your survival rolls from earlier because you've just been rolling really good, so I'm not making you roll for a lot of this, is that there is a section of the floor that has been boarded up. It's maybe like a 10-foot long, 6-foot wide section of floor.
Interesting. Let me pause here and help the others get in before I do more.
Absolutely. DJ, you are helped into this building. You see a lot of the same stuff, and I think that your analytic nature, honestly getting pulled into this, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I feel like DJ's looking for things to concentrate on that aren't how fucking much she hurts right now.
That's
so
correct.
I think you would pull in a lot of these same details that you're there. I will say, because you're a native to the area, I would like for you to roll me a human history roll with an advantage. And remember, do add badges and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I exploded on my advantage.
Oh, hell yeah! Hell yeah!
So, dirty
you're-
20.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you what this is that you can explain. to me.
Ooh.
What? Oh, okay.
Why are you so scared, Kenna?
Because I
What?
wanna know.
Can you?
Please
I'm actually
tell
gonna
me.
pull aside specifically Seth and Andy and tell them that I just saw a giant monster. No, I'm just kidding.
What the fuck?
He hasn't sent it to me yet.
What are we doing?
I'm outside, so
Coryne can't know. She's not allowed.
Corinne's not allowed to know, actually.
You pull a branch and some rubble from the side of the building that says "Super Evil Base 2." You did it
That's
again, you
honestly
idiots.
what I'm looking for, because I'm flashing back to that episode where all of a sudden there's a blue R above the door, and I'm like, fuck! And that's literally what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm stressed and,
you see-
traumatized.
You see an old retired fire extinguisher on the wall that's calling to you.
And I pick it up,
Round two.
and I hold it, and I stuff it in my bag.
There could be only one.
And I hold it up, and then I get struck by lightning.
I'm gonna go back to Coryne, who is outside. Coryne, please roll me a tracking check as best you can.
Tracking, thank you! That means I don't have to use my awareness die, which is ass.
That's true. I didn't make it spot hidden. This is tracking.
Thank you. Okay. So tracking. I don't have any points in that. I rolled a 6. I have 5 badges. 11.
11. Okay. So what you are going to look around, 11's not bad. It does take you some time. But looking around, you eventually see that this building is like set up very like traditional Kanto architecture of like slanted roof. And that's why the trees have been able to land on it versus just breaking it, because they landed in a way that just sort of like reinforced the trees underneath it. You can see that this building has been overgrown, but looking around, there is a path that was originally here from the route. Like, there's that sort of like off rubber, almost like glued dirt that like walking paths will be.
Sure.
And using that, you'll eventually find a section where there should be a sign of some kind. And it takes a couple minutes of rummaging around in the mud and in the dirt, and your hands get kind of scraped up, and it's like your nails are not looking good. You got little snaggle nails, you know? But eventually you pull up a metal sign that says Underground Path, West Terminus.
Okay.
You may do with that information what you will. I'm going to give it a second for you, though, Coryne, and I'm going to go back to the inside section.
Sure.
DJ, you have been pulled in, and I think Andy at this point has helped you lay face down on the bench that's in there, so you can be a little bit off the ground, but you're not like on your back. And you have sort of like molded over in your brain, and you've come to the realization that I have sent you.
Hey, I think this is everyone kind of like near me? Do I gotta yell?
Everyone except Coryne, who's still outside.
Except Coryne.
In this room, it's enough of a like reflective sort of area that people will be able to hear you if you speak. Like there's the light, there's the sound of wind outside, but this is good enough shelter to where they'll be able to hear you.
I think this might be a better option for us. Seth, and she's gonna kind of like adjust how she's sitting. Do you know? I'm trying to think, would anyone else know what this is?
Yes, because just like there is one that does what we've just said, there's also one that connects Cerulean and Vermilion City.
Oh, perfect. Okay. You know the tunnel that connects Cerulean and Vermilion City?
Yes, I am aware.
This is the old end to the tunnel that connects Celadon and Lavender. But they extended it a while ago. They extended it a really long time ago, so I think they boarded this up so that people don't get spit out in the middle of nowhere, but I don't think they altered the tunnel in any way. That'd be kind of wild. So we might be able to just pull these boards down and go through this way.
And this connects to Lavender?
And Celadon.
So basically what DJ's trying to get across to you guys is that there is a tunnel that used to connect the end of Route 8 to the beginning of Route 7 outside of Lavender and Celadon. However, they later extended that to just go from city to city using the same tunnel. So they just made the tunnel longer. So what used to be the end is now sort of like nearer the middle of the tunnel. You would, Seth, know that there is a very similar tunnel with a very similar situation that happened with Vermilion and Cerulean City on routes 5 and 6.
How long ago did they extend them?
20 years ago.
Like 20 years ago. Whoa.
Okay. Only reason for thinking that is if this was stuff that was being dug and built underground and it connects to Lavender Town, a place that we found other stuff buried underground, hidden away separately.
But the tunnel was already existed.
Yeah, but like a lot of things already existed that had potential people's influence, especially with whose underground grave that was. That may or may not be around.
Coryne, this is when you walk into the conversation. What was it, DJ?
How far are we from Lavender? Like, we're closer to Celadon than to Lavender.
You're so much closer to Celadon. You would have to... This tunnel extends all the way underneath Saffron City, all the way through Route 8, all the way through to Lavender Town. It is...
And would I...
Dozens of miles.
And would I, as a ghost-type specialist, know that there are no ghosts this far into the tunnel.
I
That
would say
if
as
there
Ghost Type
were any
Specialist-
near Lavender Town,
There's
they
ghosts
would
everywhere.
probably stay near Lavender Town.
I would say as a ghost type specialist, you'd be fully aware that that is not a promise you can make. This is a dark underground area. Ghosts could absolutely be here, and that is a very real and present danger. I'm sorry. I want to support you as much
Sorry.
as I can,
Let me
Torie.
rephrase the question. Is
Absolutely.
it reasonable to say that there would not still be spirits angered by the presence of the tunnel?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The tunnel.
And it would
existed
just be
before the
like
underground graves
ghost type
existed.
Pokemon that
I would say that if your hypothesis is correct, because you don't know that your hypothesis is correct, you think it is. If your hypothesis is correct, this will connect to a tunnel that is regularly used by people all the time.
okay.
But you don't know that this connects. You have
How
an idea.
far do I think it is to the connection point?
The connection point would be, this would be right above the tunnel. So you'd have to tear up the wood slats and go check.
What about Richter?
Richter could probably do it.
All right. Heard and understood. But what if we just used it real quick to go to Celadon and maybe we sent Richter down to check and see if it connects to where we think it would connect to? Do you feel comfortable with that? I don't want to put him
Were you
in
about to say something,
danger.
Aaron?
You see Andy at this point, sort of like as you say that goes. You know what's weird is this tunnel's been there for like ever. I haven't heard anyone bring it up in the news at all. Like you'd think that like if there's a tunnel that connects Lavender Town and Celadon, people would use it to like send aid and stuff. It's a public tunnel, everybody uses it. But I haven't heard anyone talk about it because I'm not from this area. I didn't even think about that.
Would I know if people talked about it? Like in maybe more local news?
You guys have not heard anything about this tunnel until this moment. DJ, you kind of temporarily forgot it existed. Yeah. So Seth, you've been posed this question in this part of the conversation.
Yes,
Okay. Sick
he
nasty.
can. Probably biting at the wood right now as we speak.
Yeah, he's over here just
Well, I see you guys have figured out it's a tunnel. Saw that sign for nothing. There's a sign outside that this says it's the underground path west terminus.
Terminus.
There was a lot of mud on it. Anyway, interesting things to be brought up here about this stuff. Andy, what else do you know about this? Because you said that you forgot it was here, right?
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things that you just sort of, it's kind of like how you forget about like bridges in cities because you just use them all the time. It's like, oh yeah, that is just a structure that we use. I just hadn't heard about it recently in terms of like nobody mentioned it when it was talking about aid and something, which makes me feel like it's not a way to get to the city, but also I haven't heard of it not being a way to get to the city. Does that make sense? Like the fact that I haven't heard about it means that they didn't use it as a way to rescue people in Celadon. But also, I haven't heard about why that would be the case. Because I'm working under a blanket of no information in terms of this.
If it's actively being used, or maybe something happened that made it not be usable, but also I feel like that would have been talked about too.
Mhm.
So, I guess we'd have to go in and find out.
Or maybe the thought process is just that, the other end is Lavender Town and there's not a whole lot there. They can't really support a whole lot of people. So evacuating to Lavender Town, probably not the most helpful.
You hear like
Oh,
crunching
Richter.
on the other side of the road. You see
Richter.
Richter has just pulled up a board and is like splintering it into his mouth.
I mean, yeah, I think we're even if, let's be real, even if this tunnel is blocked, pretty much a mulcher of stone Seth Scott over here, so I think we're good.
I think we're all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want
And then
like a berry?
You just see sawdust just out of his fucking mouth.
He's a
All
drunk
right.
palate.
And it takes a couple seconds of pulling up because it's just nailed down. It's not like humans could do this. If you guys had wanted to, you could do it with your hands, sort of thing. Seth, you are Richter's controller, so I'll go ahead and just feed you what information he's immediately seeing and what you guys can see from the edges. Is from the side he pulls up is the side that the stairs start, and you see it is a set of stairs, and they're very much like public like transit stairs. They've got like little like half spheres with the little dots on top, like for traction.
Texture.
What'd you say?
Normally that's like
For texture.
For accessible visually impaired people.
Absolutely, yeah. And you can see that like the light that Fender's giving off sort of extends down the tunnel, and it goes down the staircase. You probably would have to send Richter to see where it finishes, because you don't see the end of the staircase from here. From what you remember about the Cerulean one, because you've definitely used it before, it was probably like 2 to 3 stories underground, so the stairs are going to be quite a bit getting down there. One of the things you will see, though, is a like set of like metal prongs sort of like sticking out of the left side wall that are on a track, and there's a button, and it looks like this was probably some sort of accessibility feature for wheelchairs, bikes, similar things. Like you would attach a chair of some kind to this, and then it would take people down.
I see. Interesting. Fender, grind this rail so I can light the stairs.
Yeah, he grinds the rail, and there's sparks behind it and everything. It's sick as fuck. Yeah, there's a guitar riff that plays while he does it. He jumps on his Surge Surfer board, and he heads down the rail, and it just sort of like makes the entire thing immediately glow with like a light yellow charge that lights up the entire tunnel.
That's fucking sick.
We hear the
Down the
Doppler
way.
effect of rah.
From the bottom. Yeah, Richter. Did you tell Richter to go down? I apologize. Or is it just Fender?
If he wants to, yeah, sure.
Okay. Richter does the thing where he sort of like starts to lumber down the stairs. Yeah, bite. And starts to move. Eventually, as he heads down, I don't believe you said you're heading with them, so I'll just give you what they can see. Eventually, they come to the bottom of the stairs, where there is the beginning of a section of tunnel where you can see that there's like a like textured sort of like half rubber, half asphalt. You know that sort of like fake street material that like bike paths use? Ground that like goes, and then there's just like a brick wall. It just stops.
Oh, they did seal it.
They sealed the tunnel. You don't know how far. This is something your Pokemon would not pick up on, so unless one of you actually goes down there.
I can go down.
Okay. Seth, please make me an awareness roll. You can add tracking if you would like. You have water type specialist as well, don't you?
Sure.
Go ahead and add water type specialist as well.
Oh, is it a dam? Did it flood?
While that's being made, and Seth is investigating that, can Coryne pull out her phone and look to see if she has any service?
No, she does not. She does not have any service. You guys are officially on Route 7.
Yeah.
You will not have service until you make it back to a city, and if it's Celadon, then you're not going to have service at all. No. You are officially in the legendary dead zone. That's what this is.
There's not like because this is like an underground path. There's not like a computer terminal in here, is there? Or like check-ins?
This was old school analog.
Damn.
That like moldering pile of paper that I've talked about, you really can't make anything on it, but you have the suspicion that those are like maps and brochures.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are there any plastic ones that are affixed to the wall?
So that's what I brought up earlier, is they were like the old school style of like the sort of like plastic pane on the wall with the paper map behind it, and those are also gone.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
I always thought those were just all plastic, but that makes sense that there's paper.
Now, most of the time they're removable, so they can press them up against the wall.
Mhm.
Yeah. Seth, what was your total roll?
8.
Okay, with an 8, you would be able to tell 2 important facts. As you get to the brick wall, you would note that it's sort of like, and since tracking was the sort of stat that we're going to go with, you get down there, of course it's incredibly dusty. This is an underground area that you had to walk 2 to 3 stories down to get to. But you get to the brick wall, and the first thing you hear is the slight sound of rushing water. And that's going to tell you something. It tells you that water is moving, not that it is completely like flooded or underwater. So you can take your sort of hand and just feel the brick wall, and the sort of like light impact noise you get from touching it tells you there's empty air behind the brick wall. This is maybe a single layer of bricks that you can feel. The The other thing is the wall gets colder as you go down, which means that if this area is flooded, with an 8, you can't tell an exact height, but it cannot be taller than waist height in terms of how far it's flooded.
Interesting. And it's flowing. It's flowing water, so it's coming
It
from
is flowing water. It's
probably
not
'cause it's
fast
raining.
flowing, but it is moving.
Okay, so it's about waist height, and so we got
It's
down the stairs.
maximum waist height. You're not sure at the exact height right now.
If we were to go the opposite direction, that would be towards Lavender. So going through this wall would be towards Celadon, correct?
So basically, just for your visualization, the tunnel itself is a straight line going east to west.
Mhm.
The section that you are on is slightly offset and leads down into the east-west tunnel. The blocked off section leads into that tunnel heading north. So your east-west is the Lavender Celadon. In order to go either direction, you need to go through this wall.
Got it.
It's a T
Okay.
intersection is basically where you're at right now, but they've cut it off right before the T.
Yeah, like that.
Got it.
Like that, exactly.
Sure.
Just like Kenna, don't worry.
I could go. Okay. Do we think it's an amount of water that Anchor could absorb?
No.
Whoa.
This is Anchor maxes out at like 10 to 12 gallons of water.
Okay, it's a storm drain.
And also, that's for in battle. But also, you've been feeding him nothing but water all day so that you guys can walk faster and be dry.
Yeah, just bring him out. And then
You're
we'll
gonna
do it
wring him
again.
out, and where's the water that he's got in him gonna go?
I don't know. Richter's
It'll
thirsty
magically
or something.
disappear.
I don't know. Okay. Let's do on the part that's the like warmer and seems like there's nothing behind it. I'm going to have Richter take a little bite.
Okay, Richter, no rolls required. This is brick. This is what he's meant to pulverize.
Yeah.
He takes a bite, and immediately light shines through. Is the first thing you know, because the only light that you've had is Fender's railway light. You, by the way, for the rest of you, it's incredibly dark upstairs. Just letting you guys know, because Fender is now down here. You are in a dark room where you can hear the sounds of storm and lightning outside.
Can I bring out Smolder?
Yeah, absolutely you can. To help warm the area and light things up a little bit. But Richter takes his bite out of the brick, and it sort of pulverizes it immediately, the light coming through. And you can do that thing where you like put your eye up to the wall, and you can see it's a little bit lower than waist height. It's probably like mid-thigh height in terms of the depth of the water. And you can see that there's this wide tunnel, maybe like 12 to 15 feet wide, that you know from your own experience is 2 walking paths going opposite directions with like the thin like line in the middle. But you cannot see the floor because there is muddy, flooded water that is sort of moving in a vaguely westward direction towards Celadon City. The lights in the top of the tunnel are still active and they're flickering. With what you've rolled with an 8, you don't immediately hear the sounds of anything other than water in this tunnel.
Interesting.
And it just sort of disappears into the distance beyond your vision, either direction.
Okay. How big is the hole that was made? That he
Just
bit?
now was only like 6 inches because you just wanted to bite. You could easily extend it to where you could get through, no rolls required.
Okay. Let's do that, I think. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Richter will basically cut it off right at the surface of the water so you can step over and it doesn't flood this staircase area that you're in.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, the fact that brick is being watertight and holding it is fucking insane and not how physics works, but Aaron decided that. But because brick is porous. You are get it to the point where you can easily like step over. I don't know that you have done that yet, but you can, being able to stick your head in further. Yeah, this tunnel looks like there's not a whole lot going on here. You don't hear the sounds of anything other than water moving. It looks relatively safe right now.
Better do a lap. Let's see if he can light it, and yeah, just push his tail to glide him over the water top.
He's like, rat you.
Yeah, move quick, and if anything's there, move quicker, and then come back and let me know. I believe in you. Go.
After about a quarter of a mile, he disappears from your view.
Oh.
You guys can come down.
You hear from the staircase. And the room, by the way, that you guys, if you do head down, is still lit up because, once again, like I said, the tunnel is still lit at this exact moment.
Yeah, Coryne will go ahead and head down. Newton's forewarn ability isn't going off at all, right?
Not at the current moment, no.
Okay. I don't like that.
No, I don't like it either.
As Coryne gets down there, she's going to turn to Andy. Okay. Any ideas or thoughts about this?
Oh, this is so incredibly fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't
Should
know
I
that
not
it's
have broke
more
the wall?
dangerous than. Oh no, the wall's fine. I mean, like this is
I don't
just
trust
damage.
that.
It is what it is. Well, I don't know. I'm not an engineer, right? But like, and she kind of like looks over and she goes, "This looks less dangerous than walking over the top." But the fact that this tunnel's flooded means water's coming in from somewhere, which means things can come in and out.
This is also fair. I have Fender checking it out, so he'll be back.
Oh, okay. How far did you tell him to go? Because this, from what I remember, this tunnel's like miles long.
It is.
Okay.
Seth.
Guys, we'll see Fender back in like 3 to 4 days.
Holy
No, I'm joking,
shit.
He's
after like 20 minutes.
bastish.
After like
20
20
minutes?
You see a little spark. You hear, Raichu! Right! And he's just like still flying at maximal speed as fast as possible towards you guys. I believe he's no longer in electric terrain because you guys are no longer outside in the lightning and everything. So he's moving normal speed. And he's just fucking zipping. And he looks panicked. And he comes up and goes, Raichu! And he's just like talking the whole time. Seth, how much of this do you absorb of what he's saying?
Oh, I mean, as much as I can.
There's scary shit down the tunnel.
Scary shit.
How scary?
To
see,
Raichu?
what has
to
Very.
Richard? And I'll point to Coryne.
He's gonna go up. And he's gonna go up.
Uh-huh. You want to go up?
No, like up, like in danger from what you're pointing at.
Oh,
More
scarier than
dangerous
Coryne?
than these two? Ooh.
Yeah, than these two. Yeah.
Okay. Scarier than Bird?
Raichu.
Just
Raichu.
below it? Just below it? What the heck? A little bit.
Whoa.
All right.
Scary.
What is that? What
That
is
wrath?
that?
That feels like incurring wrath.
Scarier than
Bowie-
this, and I pull
I'm
out.
gonna have Bowie come out.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Translate,
Bowie-
because I can
Bowie
read. I
pops
can
up.
understand Bowie much more than I can understand Bender.
Gragana. Right. Bowie goes, Gragana. He looks at you, and instead of doing the symbol that Raichu's trying to get across, that Fender's trying to get across, he looks at you, and he makes a hand, and he makes a scooping motion, and puts it in his mouth. And you immediately know that means Alakazam.
Oh.
Oh.
You
Wait,
are immediately
that
innately
Alakazam?
aware that means just
Yeah.
an Alakazam of some kind. You don't know which one.
Bender, you're psychic. You're fine.
Right.
I looked at Bowie.
Chew.
Okay, whoa, don't point. Pointing's rude. Open hand, please.
Chew.
Okay. All right.
Sass.
So
Okay.
he's saying that there's a very fucking scary Alakazam farther down this tunnel.
Okay.
And that's
How
what
you
he
feel?
ran into after 20 minutes of flight. You don't know what else might be further past that.
Yeah. What are the odds stuff's in the water?
So I'm gonna lay this out to you guys like a GM and not like a person narrating the story. I'm gonna just tell you what the game actions that you can take are.
Okay.
Basically, you know for a fact that if you continue on this path, you are going to run into a very strong Pokemon. You can attempt some form of problem solving or diplomacy on, or you can attempt to battle, right? Which, that offers its own risks and issues. You also know that if you don't go this route and you go over land, you're going to run into more environmental issues and potentially different other wild Pokemon encounters that you're not necessarily guaranteed on. So the question is, I want you three as a group to discuss this, and feel free to discuss this on camera, leave this in the episode. I want you to discuss what path you think you'd rather take. It's sort of like when we had that moment, but this is under a lot less urgency, when we were in Weathering Storms and the question was take the river or take the tunnel. This is take the tunnel or take the route. This is up to you guys, and I want you guys to discuss it and really think about your options, because I am prepared to run either one, neither of which you are going to escape unscathed.
We're gonna get scathed, guys.
I've
get
already
fucking
been
scathed.
scathed
I
Yeah,
vote.
Torie's
Double
whole
a couple
freaking-
times.
I vote tunnel.
Got one for tunnel. What do you think, Torie?
I also vote tunnel. I don't think
Okay.
DJ can physically take more damage.
Okay.
Well, like, she can, but, like, she doesn't want to.
Okay, absolutely. As you guys start like discussing, Andy goes, I actually might have something that can make this a little bit easier.
A raft?
Not really a raft, but like, and you see she like goes to her bag and pulls it out, and
It's
there's
a
a
surprise
queen-size air
basketball.
mattress that she pulls out.
A raft.
What?
She's like, I think we could use this, right?
When
Why do you
Yeah,
have
I've done
an,
it before.
a queen-size
Earlier.
air mattress?
Comfort camping.
Because I travel in comfort, and it's a lightweight one, and it is like DJ. To be honest, it is like half the weight of like every other air mattress you've ever seen.
It's like a really skinny one. It's like an
it's
air pad.
It's very, yeah. It's basically an air pad, but like it looks like if you guys attach maybe like a couple of plastic bottles or something to it, it could probably float pretty easily.
Hmm.
And even then, the water will only ever be thigh deep at this point in time. This is just to make travel faster.
We could maybe tether our water tops to it again.
That's fair. I mean, I should be fine to walk through this. If anything, we can just drag you on the mattress
The
so
thing
that you don't have to worry
I
about moving.
do worry about is if the electricity's still on in this tunnel and it's flooded anywhere we get where there might still be a charge in the water, that might get very dangerous.
Hmm.
Well,
Richter can check it out. True. Though he
if
might
there
not.
was a charge, this is Torie speaking. If there's a charge in the water in one place, it would hit all of the connected water.
This is true.
So I don't know that
Reach
we
over.
necessarily have to worry about that.
Is it your finger?
You figure you feel nothing at the current moment.
At the current.
Okay, but
moment?
you're an
Current, That's a
electric-
word.
You're an electric.
Andy puts her finger in the water. I don't feel anything right now, but who's to say things won't change later?
I mean, they might, but also, would you rather get kind of zapped by water down here, or would you rather get impaled
No,
by a flying
I'm-
bark?
I'm for the tunnel route. I am fully for it. I was just throwing out options and thoughts. I'm
That's what
fully
it's
for
called
it.
when you throw rock ruff, flying bark.
That's very funny.
He's a lock and
I
rock
hate how
now,
good that was.
so
Okay,
yeah.
flying, rockin', lockin', barkin', starkin'.
Did you just have a stroke? What the fuck just happened, Swedish chef over here?
yeah, breaststroke.
Jesus. Yeah.
That's very funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel confident in our skills to take on a tunnel.
Okay.
Tunnel path, queen mattress. Woo!
20 path, clean mattress. We can put DJ on the thing. Then as we do so, and you guys get the mattress ready and pump it up, DJ, you get put on it. Seth, you, Coryne, and Andy all can step into the water, which is fucking cold, and it is about halfway through thigh height. And you do the thing where you can feel the current kind of moving, and you go, oh, if the current is much faster at any way, this will take me off my feet. Like, if anything happens to increase this current, it will just take me. Because one of the things you may not know is humans don't actually need all that much running water to just fully get swept off their feet. But as you go down the path that you have chosen and continue down this tunnel, that is where we're going to end today's episode of Unbeatable. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you guys next time. Goodbye, everyone.
See you!
Thank you so much for watching. This episode of Unbeatable has been brought to you by the members of our Patreon. Specifically, thank you, Karjish, for supporting us. Our patrons see our episodes early and get access to our Discord, where we interact with our community and gather questions for our monthly Q&As. See you next time, and stay unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes. I'm gonna be the best trainer. You just wait, and I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. The stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.